everyone, it's Lexi. So today's going to be a little bit of a different video. So if many of you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, like my favorite TV show of all times is Bones, and it has officially ended. I'm filming this on Saturday, so yeah, it finished a couple days ago. So I was really sad. Like, we knew it was going to be ending. We knew we would get, like, for the 12th season, we get 12 more episodes. So I thought I'd just do kind of like a little thank you to Bones. So I started, like, I was 10 when the show came out, so I wasn't really necessarily old enough to watch it. I started watching it after the 6th season aired. So I started watching it on Netflix, and it became like a family thing. Like, I kind of discovered it, and then like my family, that would be like our go-to thing. And so I watched all 6 seasons that summer, and I think like, I've always been in like an engineering, like science-y background, and I really, like, right off the bat really appreciated having that like female, like very strong female roles in something that's a very male dominated field, especially in science, and being very like excelling and being like at the top of their field. So right away off the bat I was into it, and like when I was little I always wanted to be like a paleontologist, and so like kind of dealing with bones and that, like, I've always been kind of interested in the medical field, so that kind of drew me in right away. And I think like around the time, like that summer, like there was a lot of stuff going on. We ended up moving, and it was a very like kind of emotional time. So it was like, whenever I think of that show, I think, because that was like my escape for like everything that was kind of going on. It was just very stressful time and all that. So like I always associated that as like my, where I can just escape, just get lost in these characters and just this world. And I really liked like the humor and how it it was very different from other shows that I've watched in the past, and the sense of family, which I really liked. So yeah, I was super sad when it was ending, but I feel like if you watch the ending, you know it was done very well and all that. So yeah, this was like, this is like my little appreciation for it. So yeah, like I said, like for my undergrad, I double majored. So I did a Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, a Bachelor's of Science in Biomedical Engineering, and then I'm currently working my Master's for Orthotics and Prosthetics, so I can be a practitioner in that. So that was like the biggest thing that stood out for me, especially because like I've always been into like the sciencey engineering thing, like even from a young age. So just kind of seeing like these female, like very strong female characters in there, which is something I really appreciated, and just kind of seeing that and be like, and it did really introduce me to the field of anthropology. I didn't really know it really existed until I started watching the show. And so that's how I was like, I went into my undergrad, I was like I did the biomedical engineering, like this is gonna be my main one, and I'll do like a minor of anthropology on the side because I found it like really interesting. But then like I was like, I finished all of the credits for the minor, and I was like, I had a year left. I was like, you know what, I only need like 12 more credits, so why not just get a full degree in it? So that's what I ended up doing. So I ended up taking like 25 credits that fall semester. So it was very stressful, but I did it. So I really I like the physical anthropology, and now it's been really relevant to what I'm learning now, with just learning the different bones. And I've always found like evolution and all that very interesting. Particularly it relates back to my paleontology phase, where I wanted to be like digging up dinosaur bones, so it kind of relates to that. So I really appreciated that, and just kind of like the female friendships, how they're not always competing with each other, like they're not chasing over the same guy, and I just really appreciated kind of seeing that as well. And I really have always enjoyed the relationship between Bones and Brennan, I've always appreciated the relationship kind of between Brennan and Booth, and how it kind of grew organically, and I really appreciate that, how they don't really officially get together until like the 7th season. So I've really enjoyed that, and it shows that there's hope for us little awkward, socially awkward girls out there. Yeah, and so this is just kind of like a thank you for that. Like, I've really appreciated, and I've grown so much since I started watching it. Like where I was in grade 12 basically when I started watching it live, and now I'm in my almost done my first year of my master's. So a lot has happened. The show has been through the many ups and downs of my teenage and early adult years. So yeah, this is just kind of my thank you for that, like just showing that it was a good kind of inspiration, I think, and it means a lot to show, like, you know, us girls can be in these male dominated fields and like we can excel at it. It's okay to be socially awkward, and like there's hope for us out there, and you can have like there's more than one type of family. It doesn't have to be like that. So I really, this is just like a thank you for that show. That's why I was like, oh, I can go back and watch them all at the same time now. So yeah, it's a little sad, but I feel like it ended good and it ended at the right time. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Just a little thank you and all that, but get it all off my chest because I'm like the only one who's kind of, well, as I said, my family, but outside my family, like no one else really, like no one that I know really watches it. So it's just like, just me talking about it. And one aspect that I really did like about the show is just like proving people wrong. Like the odds may be against you to get where you are, and like strive to be the best, and like you have to work hard, and I really kind of appreciated that, and just like how like it's okay for like we don't have to always be social, like we can be smart and we don't have to apologize for it, and it's okay to be vulnerable and all that. So I really appreciate that because I feel like there are many similarities that I share with like many of the characters in that show, and just seeing like, you know what, there's like, we can strive to be more than just like the female at the bottom of the totem pole. Like we can strive to be the best, and like we can kick butt and take names, and we don't have to apologize for everything. And you know what, we can be like elites in our field, and even though we're women, like we can strive to be the best. And that's what I really liked about that show. Like they weren't competing with each other. They were all smart in their different ways, and like, and there's hope for us finding like the guy, even though it may take us a while. There's hope for us out there, and that's something I really appreciate with. So yeah. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you watched the show and what you think, and kind of the role it's played with like women in science, and just how it kind of inspired me into the field of anthropology, even though I'm more strictly like the medical engineering side, but like I really enjoyed it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. I'm still in the morning stage of it, but that is okay. So yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know if you're a fan of Bones, what you thought about it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.